Hi, in this video, we are going to talk about how you can use n8n to create a personal AI assistant that you can chat through Telegram. And this AI assistant can help to deal with emails, inbox management, and your calendar scheduling. So this board is showing the architecture of this personal AI assistant. On the top part, it is the n8n workflow for the personal assistant part. It's the main workflow. And then it's using the email agent here, inbox agent here, calendar agent here, and also the calendar availability agent here. So before we dive into the details of the workflow one by one, let's do a quick demo first. Okay, so these are the action items of the demo that we can do. And on the left-hand side, it is the Telegram that we can use to communicate with the personal assistant AI bot. Okay, so first of all, we can ask the AI to send an email. Okay, so I'm going to ask the AI bot to send an email to jchow. Jchow is a prospect stored in my Notion CRM. So let's send. Okay. Okay, already sent. So let's check. So we can see. Okay, just sent. Hi Jay, I hope this message finds you well. I'm reaching out to invite you to consider joining our company. We believe your expertise and skills will be a great addition to our team. Looking forward to hearing from you. Best regards, Andy Lo. So it is using the n8n workflow we created to send this email. So that's the first demo. Okay, let's do the second demo. Okay, ask the personal AI assistant to draft an email. So sometimes we don't want to send the email directly. We just want some help to draft it. So for our existing practice, we are just using ChatGPT to draft an email, and then we need to copy and paste. But why don't we just ask the AI assistant to draft it for us, and then we just go to the Gmail inbox, and then in the draft mailbox, we can just check the draft and then send it directly later. So we can just ask the AI assistant here, and then just ask the AI to draft an email to jchow asking him to join a company. Okay, so there's no draft here. Not yet. Still waiting. Okay, already drafted. So we can check here. Exciting opportunity to join a company, dear jchow. So this is the email that we drafted. And then after we check it and find it okay to send it, we can send it. So it is working. Let's check it. Okay, so for the third action item, which is to ask the personal AI assistant to reply an email, we can actually try this email. So for example, we have this email to reply. We can use the inbox management agent to process this email first and then try to label it. And then it's labeled as inquiry, and then send it to Telegram here. So we can actually right click reply. For example, we can ask the AI to reply. So it's asking what's the pricing of the workflow. We can say this. Please reply this email saying we don't sell it for now. We will have a community coming soon. Okay, let's send it. So we can open this. So it's not yet replied. So let's try to refresh. Okay, it's successfully replied. Dear Proxy team, thank you for reaching out to us. We don't sell our product for now, but please stay tuned as we have a community coming soon that you can join for all updates and announcement. Yeah, so this one is checked. And then for the fourth demo item, which is to ask the personal AI assistant to schedule a new calendar event. So for example, this is my calendar next week. I'm going to ask the assistant to book a gym session on 24th from 8 to 9 a.m. Okay, so we can see it is empty now. Great, it's just booked. So this demo item is checked as well. So what if it's too early for us? We just want to reschedule it to 9 a.m. So we can just click reply and ask it to change the starting time. Okay, let's wait for a bit. Great, it's done. It's changed to 9 a.m. as the starting time. Okay, so what if we just want to delete this event? We can just also ask the AI to do it. So we can say, please delete this event. Great, it's done. The event is already deleted. And then for the next action item for the demo is to ask the personal AI assistant to check my calendar availability. So for example, we can ask the AI to say, check my availability next week, please. So this is my calendar next week. So it should return the time slots that are empty. It's loading. It takes some time to process. Still running. Great, it's done already. So let's check. So from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Great. So let's check. a.m. to 11 a.m. Great. So basically it's all correct for my availability next week. So it's a quick demo. So for the last quick demo, which is to showcase that what if we receive an email for a meeting invite, and because sometimes we need to check our calendar back and forth and then share the top 3 available time slots for the counterparty to choose from. So what if we can ask AI to do all this for us? So for example, again, we can go back to our inbox. So for example, this one is the email that we have not yet replied. So we can mark it as unread. We can mark it as unread, and then we can go to the inbox management tool, and we can parse it again, process this again. So it is labeled as meeting. Okay, so this AI is trying to process my availability and then try to draft an email according to my availability next week. Because this email is asking for my availability next week. Okay, so let's check. It's done, and then it will send the telegram here. So we can check. Okay, great. So this is the email we have to reply. And this is the email reply draft by the AI. So, hi Andy, I've already drafted an email for your meeting schedule. This is the email I drafted. So we can actually ask the AI to send it directly from the Telegram chat. So yes, please reply this email with this available time slots. Let's wait for a bit. It's loading at the back end. Okay, Okay, I've already replied to the email with the available time slot for our meeting next week. So let's refresh. Great. These are the time slots drafted and sent to the counterparty. So let's check this last action item for the demo. So after doing the quick demo for all different items with this personal AI assistant, including the email, calendar, scheduling. So let's dive into the n8n workflow to show you more about how we can set it up one by one. Okay, so after seeing the demo, let's dive into different workflows one by one. So first of all, this part is for the personal assistant. AI assistant is the main workflow. And then this is the email agent, this is the inbox agent, and this is the calendar agent, and this is the calendar availability agent. So first of all, I will go to n8n and then talk about this personal AI assistant first. Okay. Okay, great. So this is the main workflow. Basically, we use Telegram as a trigger. And then this AI agent to as the personal assistant, and then we output. We use Telegram as to send message for the last note here, and we're using OpenAI chat model, using Notion, the Sales CRM for storing the contact information of our prospects, and using the email agent to do all the email related actions, and using the calendar agent to to handle all the calendar related actions. So let's dive into each part one by one. And by the way, we are having this clicked enabled for active, so it will collect all different telegrams trigger anytime. So let's dive into this. So we are using, of course, we need to have created a Telegram bot, and you can just connect it with the credentials here, and you can just use bot father to create your own Telegram bot. It's very easy. You can check out my another video that I walked through the details on how to how to create a Telegram bot and how to connect it with Telegram with n8n. So we use message as a trigger, message trigger on message. Okay, and then for the personal assistant AI agent, let's dive into it. So we use the tool agent prompt we use defined below. Expression here, let's dive into it. So we have user instruction referring to the JSON message text, which this is the message from Telegram. And then the user email, I'm putting my own email as a default one. And then for email actions, identify and extract thread ID, email body, first name recipient from this message. So basically it is for replying. So mainly because we need to reply specific emails, and in order to specify a specific email, we need the thread ID of that email, and then email body, and also the first name recipient. So we need to know who we are sending to. So this is the thread ID format. We just need to tell the AI what kind of formats it need to output in. And please return empty value to thread ID if there's no value matching the thread ID format. The reason I put this is because when we send a new email, there's no thread ID at all. We only need the thread ID when we need to reply to a specific email. So we can just return empty value when there's no value matching the thread ID format. That's for email actions. And then for the calendar actions, we need to identify and extract the event ID, from the message. So these two messages are also from Telegram. And the event ID is similar to the thread ID of email concept, is similar. So we need to get the event ID of the particular kind of event to update or delete. So again, unless the name of the attendee is specified, please return the email of the user email address attendee. That means I'm the only attendee as default. So this one. This is the default email that it's using to schedule calendar events. Current date, current weekday, the start date of a new week is Sunday. It is quite important because basically it will not understand when it's next week somehow. So we need to specify when the start of a new week and specify a current date and current weekday so that we can let the AI know what next week means or what next week means. So we need to specify it really clearly. So this is the prompt here, and then we can click options, add option, and then add a system message here. So basically this is the system prompt. We used the system prompt generator, GPT. So we can actually, you can also use that as an option to generate system prompt. So you are a highly efficient personal assistant AI agent designed to handle contacts, emails, and calendar management with unmatched precision and organization. Your primary objectives is to assist the user in managing this task proactively and accurately through Telegram. So basically this is a major prompt, and then there will be some different roles and responsibilities: email management, contact management, calendar management, and we need to give some examples as well. Performance guidelines and contextual information. Again, we need to specify the current date, current weekday, and the start of a new week is Sunday. We need to specify that again, is to let the AI know how to specify next week, what next week's means. And we can also add the chain of thoughts to tell the AI what steps to do first. For example, understand first, extract information after that. What not to do, and the end of system prompt. So basically this is the prompt settings for the personal assistant AI agent. And then for the note here, it is to tell the Telegram, to send the, tell the AI to send the message through Telegram. Again, connect to the Telegram bot, and then we use message as a resource. Operation, we use send message, chat ID. We just linked to the chat ID we collected from the trigger, Telegram trigger, which is the first node, and then the text, which is the JSON output. JSON output means the output from the AI agent. And then for the OpenAI chat model, again we use GPT 4.0. It's a little bit smarter. So and then for the Notion, we use our own self CRM in Notion. So again, you can check out to my last video about how we can set up a Notion account and how we can connect that with n8n. Okay, so there's a point that I want to mention here. So I added a filter here, which is the property name as name contains the name of content. So I'm using from AI. So it means that it is going to get the name from the AI agent. So it means the name of the contact. So for example, in our previous demo, we just ask the AI to send an email to a person called Jay Chow. So who is Jay Chow? He needs to check out the particular, the AI needs to check the particular contacts called Jay Chow. So let me share you the execution here. So for example, let me try to find it out. Okay, so it should be this one. It's getting Notion. For example, draft an email to Jay Chow asking him to join the company. So who is Jay Chow? So we can check from the logs profile, logs here, and then it is getting Notion, and then it is searching for the person called Jay Chow and get its respective information. For example, the email here. So it's very important to have this node to store the information of your contact. Of course, you can use other database or other CRM or as simple as Google Sheet as well. You can use that. It's just that we happen to use Notion in our example. And then for the email agent, it handles all the email sending, drafting, and replying tasks. So let's dive into this. So we call it, we name it email agent. We call this tool for doing email actions, source from database. So this one is the workflow of the email agent, which is this one. This one is our email agent. I will share more with you later. And then fill to return response. This means this one. This is the response. So it collects the output from this AI agent and return response, and then return it here. And one quite important thing I want to mention is that I specify the input schema. So most of the time, when we have a proper prompt, we may also encounter some problems that the AI cannot output in the format that we want. So when we specify here, we can actually let the AI agent know what actually this email agent wants. It wants the thread ID, email body, first name, recipient, user instruction, email address, recipient, email subject. So basically, this is the guidance to let the AI agent know. So we can actually check from the execution here. So for example, okay, let me choose this. Okay, so we can check the log here. AI agent, it got the input from OpenAI chat model, and then this is the input for the email agent from the OpenAI chat. So thread ID, email body, first name recipient, user instruction, email address recipient, email subject. Great. So basically, this is the settings for the email agent node here. And then we need to set the calendar agent node as well. This is the workflow. Again, how we can call the workflow, we can call search for workflow, call n8n workflow too. We can use this and then link it here with the AI agent. So let's open this calendar agent, and the description we call this tool for doing calendar actions. Again, the source we use database, and then the workflow from list. This is a calendar agent. So basically, this is the calendar agent we use here. Okay, I will dive into this later as well. Okay, so let's see the settings. Again, it's similar to the email agent. We need to specify the schema. This is a JSON example. Event ID, summary, event start time, event end time, email address, attendee, and user instructions. These are important guidance. So let me check the execution. Okay, it should be this. For example, we can check the logs as well. Calendar agent. So these are the input for the calendar agents, and these basically are the output of this OpenAI chat model. So it's very important to have a proper schema so that we can correct information in the right format for the tools to perform. Okay, so after talking about this main setup for the personal AI assistant, I'll dive into each agent, for example, email agent, calendar agent, inbox agent, one by one. After talking about the personal AI assistant setup, we are going to talk about the email agent and inbox agent now. So this one is the email agent here. So we need to use this as a trigger, execute workflow. Why? Because when we are using this main workflow here, we are linking the AI agent with this workflow. So we need to we only need to use this workflow whenever this AI agent needs to. So that's why we need to add this execute workflow trigger. And this AI agent basically is determining when to use which tool. For example, draft tool, reply tool, and send tool. And let's click it and see what is inside. Again, this email agent is a tools agent. We later prompt we use define below, and the user instruction we also need to specify. User instruction here, because we get the query that includes the user instructions, because we set in the schema here. Here we get set in the schema here, user instruction, and then we will get the thread ID, first name recipient, email body, email address recipients, email subject, etc. So these are the items that we will get from here, and we are also inputting this as the prompt so that we can ask the email agent to do according to the user instruction. Okay, and then for the system message here, again we can also use system prompt generator to generate it. You are an expert email assistant designed to draft and send professional, precise, and polished emails. Your primary task is to handle email drafting and sending requests accurately based on user instructions. You must follow a strict workflow to ensure all emails are of the highest quality. So basically, this is main system prompt for this email agent. So these are the instructions, general behavior, task-specific workflow, and I want to mention that I pinpoint here when to use which tool, because sometimes I encounter a bug that when I specified in the Telegram, say you should draft an email instead of sending email. I mentioned draft an email. It just basically sent or replied an email. So I need to specify this action. For example, when I say draft, you need to use the draft tool. When I say send, you only use the send tool. When I say reply, you use the reply tool. It's very important to list it out specifically as well. And then also add the chain of thoughts, a few short example for the email. Great. So return immediate step is easier for us to troubleshoot later. And we have OpenAI chat model here again. I use GPT-4o. And for the draft tool, we need to set manually for the description, for tool description. Again, is for enhancing the accuracy for the email agent to choose the right tool. For example, draft tool, we use this tool only when the user explicitly or implicitly requests drafting, prepare a draft, and we put it as a default option as well. So default to use draft tool if no explicit instruction is provided in the email body. And resources, we choose draft. There are a couple of them. We choose draft. Operation, we choose create. And then for subject, we just use from AI as well. It's a really good feature in n8n. What it means is that we just get from the AI agent what it will determine what is the email subject. The AI will determine and then return the relevant data, relevant value for this field. It's the same for the message. It will determine what the email body is. This is just description. And then before thread ID, we need to specify this really clearly, because we just want to make sure that it is returning the correct value all the time. Yeah. And then to email, it is email address recipients as well. Okay. And why we specify here, because sometimes why we use from AI instead of hard coding the email address, because email address is very important as well, because sometimes we will use the draft tool is to draft a reply, but a reply we just need the thread ID is okay. We don't need the email address. If we have the thread ID, the AI will know which email to reply to. That means which recipient will receive our replies. But if we don't have the thread ID, if you remember, we asked the AI to return empty value if we don't have the thread ID. At that moment, we need the email address. So we need to get the email address from AI to get the so that we can know who we send it to. And then for the reply tool, similar, we need to set the tool description manually as well. So we can check it here. Use this tool only when the email body explicitly mentions replying to an email. So for example, please reply to this email and then default to the draft tool if no specific instruction about replying is provided. Resources we use message, operation we use reply, message ID, same it as well. We need to put this thread ID, email type text. It's very important when we put text, because when we put HTML and then our message will include /n, it will return /n as well. When we choose text as the email type, even though we have the /n as a formatting in the message here, it will return okay. And for the option, some originally a default option, when we reply with this note, this n8n Gmail reply note, it will have a small signature or small watermark that it is sent through n8n. So we need to turn it off to avoid sending that watermark out. And last but not least, for this send to, again, we need to specify the description. We use this to only when the email body explicitly mentions sending an email. So please send this email to, and there is no thread ID provided. Because again, if we have the thread ID, we will use the reply to directly. When we use the send to, it means that there's nothing for us to reply. It's a new email for us to send. So default to the draft to if nothing specified again. Okay, we use the resources. We use message as the resource and send as the operation. Again, to email address we use from AI. Email address recipient. Subject we use from AI as well. Email subject. Text as the email type again. Message from AI email body. Again, we need to turn off the append and attribution option. Okay, so last but not least, we need to return the response to the main AI agent here, because this is the main AI agent. So field to return. So we need to add this. So how we can add this note? We can search for edit fields, and then we can just rename these edit fields to response. And then for this, we put response here and the string as the type, and just put JSON output. Okay, and everything is set for this email agent. After talking about the email agent, let me go through this inbox management agent as well. So what's the purpose for using this inbox management agent? Basically, it will label all the emails coming to my inbox. And for example, if it is labeled as a meeting email, it will help me to draft an email that specify my available time slots, like top 3 available time slots, and then send it to my Telegram for review. And after my review, I will ask the AI to send the available time slots out for the meeting schedule. So that's the first one. And then when this inbox management AI agent label the email is an inquiry email, it will send the inquiry as a text message through Telegram to me, and then I'll review and try to comment and tell the AI what to do. So basically, this is the purpose for setting this inbox management agent. So to categorize different emails and so that it will be easier for me to know what action to do, what is the follow-up action, what should I reply, and then the AI will know what to do accordingly. So let me share with you how we can set it up easily. Again, we use the Gmail trigger. Connect with our own credential account. Mode I choose every minute. It should be good enough. Event we use message received, and label we use unread. So only unread email will be going through this. Of course, if you read the email and then unread it again, it can also pass through this system as well. So we use this text classifier. So we can search for this here, text classifier. Again, is very straightforward. Try to categorize different words. So the text to classify, we just drag and drop JSON text. So basically this one, you can just drag and drop here. And then the categories you can choose set up your own one. For example, I choose meeting, inquiry, partnerships, and counting. So for meeting, it's about related to scheduling, organizing, and discussing meetings and appointments. And then for inquiry, it's about containing questions, requests for information or clarifications. And then for partnership, it's about partnership or collaboration deals. And then accounting is about payments, billing, or budget, etc. So it's very easy. And then we use for or mini. It's not a complicated task, so I just use the mini model. And then we use the label here. This is a label feature. And basically add label here. Okay. So resource, the operation we choose add label. And message ID, we can just again go back to the Gmail trigger and then drag and drop the item, the ID. We can just drag and drop this ID here, this one. And then we just label as meeting. So basically you can choose from this drop down menu. The same for inquiry, same setting. For the meeting section, we have this OpenAI node as well. So the purpose for this node again, we need to ask this AI to send us the available time, and then it will draft an email here. So basically we can try to see our previous execution. Okay, yeah, we can check it here. It drafts this email. This is the email it draft. So we can take a look here. We use text as a resource, message a model, for as a model, and the text prompt here we use here. Current date, current weekday, the start of a week, new week is Sunday, inquiry here. Inquiry just drag and drop here. For the item JSON text. This one, yeah. And then the role is user. The system prompt here. You are a highly professional executive assistant specializing in appointment setting. Your primary task is to draft well-structured, polished, and professional emails in response to meetings requests while ensuring calendar availability and time zone accuracy. The final output must be a fully formatted email ready for immediate use. So we need to input this context, current day, current weekday, to ensure that the AI has the concept of when it's next week, next week, etc. Specify the email content, sender time zone, sender name, etc. So this is a tool. be going to use. Okay, so basically you can also set it this prompt by using the system prompt generator. Okay, and then for this part, it's just simple note, choosing send message. The chat ID, I just hard-coded it so that it will just refer to the chat that I use. You can hard-code yours as well. And then this is the text. Hi, Andy, I've already drafted an email for your meeting schedule. So this is the content that we created from the OpenAI node. Thread ID from. This is very important to specify this in the Telegram message, because when we do the reply action, it is we need to specify this thread ID, right? We need to have the thread ID to know which email to reply to. So we can take a look at our previous one. For example, this one. Yeah, we have the thread ID here. From who? So we need to reply to this message every single time in order to get the thread ID. Because if we don't choose to reply this message, when we just only type this, for example, yes, please reply to this email, the AI will not know which email to reply to. So we need to first reply this Telegram message, so that every time the AI will process your new message here and also the old message here. And then the old message will contain the thread ID and also the recipient name. It's very important. So that's why I need to specify the thread ID from here. Okay, and then again, turn off the append n8n attribution here. Great. And then let me see if we have the inquiry note here. Okay, great. So for the inquiry note, we have already seen this. We have already seen the setup for this inquiry node, and then for the Telegram, it's just similar to the previous one, similar to this one. We say, hi Andy, you have an inquiry email from who? And then subject, content, thread ID. We need to specify all this so that when we reply in Telegram, the AI will get both the reply message and the old message, so that it will know which email to reply to. Again, it's very important, very important. Yeah. Okay, so basically it's all done here for the inbox management agent, and I will later explain more about this workflow later for the calendar part. Okay, great. After talking about the email agent and inbox management agent, let's talk about the calendar agent and also the calendar availability agent. So this is the calendar agent, and this one is the Google Calendar availability agent. I will share with you more about each of them one by one. So basically, again, because we would like to trigger this workflow only when this AI agent wants to. So we need to use execute workflow trigger here. It's easy to search, okay, execute workflow here. And then we use AI agent, and then just rename it as calendar agent. So we use tools agent, prompt we use define below, text we use JSON.query. So basically we would just get the query from here, and then this is getting the query from the AI agent as well, from the personal assistant AI agent. And then it's using the OpenAI chat model 4.0, and the tools are the something that I want to focus on. So this one is the calendar availability workflow. Basically, this workflow is this workflow. This is the workflow that can help to do the calendar availability search. So we call it calendar availability agent. Call this tool to get the available time slots of the calendar. And then the source, we use database, and then we search it, this one. This is the name, Google Calendar Schedule. I will explain in more detailed manner for this Google Calendar Schedule work later. And then field to return response as well. And we need this schema. User instruction from booking time to booking time. Okay. And basically for the schema, it means that we need to get the data in this format from the AI agent here. Okay, so because we would like the calendar agent to do some calendar actions, for example, like creating the calendar event, delete the calendar event, update the calendar event. For example, I can, let me change it, calendar event. Okay, why I named it as the meeting, because I chose the meeting as the calendar. So there are a couple of calendars that I created in this account. So again, to description we set automatically this time. We can also set manually, but I think for this one it's easy for the AI agent to call, so we can just set automatically. But you can also set it manually to tell when to use this tool. And the resource, we use event, operation we use create, calendar we use, you can choose your own one. And start time, again we are going to get the start time, event start time from AI. That means the AI agent will feed us the event start time. It is the meeting date starting time, or event date starting time. You can just name it in the way that you want. And again, end time is just the reverse of the start time. Use default reminder, and I added an additional field called attendees. And again, we are going to get the email address attendee, because we need to send a calendar invitation to someone. We will add this particular field. So let me do a quick demo here on demonstrating how this actually works. For example, I'm going to talk to the AI assistant and tell the AI assistant, please send a calendar invite to Jay Chow on 22nd of January from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay. Is nothing shown here yet? Great, it is scheduled automatically, and it is sent an email invite here. Great. So basically is how it works, because basically I put info at process.cc as the email of Jay Childer's contact. So yeah, that's how it works for this attendees field. And then the summary, it means like the name of the calendar event, which is meeting with Jay Chow. Okay, great. And then for the next part, which is to delete the calendar event, again, it's the same. We need to just let the AI know which calendar event to delete. For example, we can just try to update first. Then I can demonstrate again how to delete. So this one is a update calendar event. Again, same setting, event, but just using update as an operation. Calendar, choose your own calendar. Event ID, just use from AI, and from AI a starting time from AI. Okay, let me demo how we can actually change the calendar event with this Telegram chat as well. So we can actually ask the AI to please change the starting time of this event to, for example, like now 10 a.m. Alright, great, it's changed. Great, the reply message is here. So what if we want it to be deleted? So we can just use the delete calendar event tool. So we use this tool to delete a calendar event. Again, event ID is using from AI. So we can say, please delete this event. And then it's removed, and it's very easy, very easy to use. So basically, this calendar agent can create, update, and delete different calendar events. And more importantly, I'm going to talk about the calendar availability agent here. So basically, it is a workflow to get all your calendar list, and then try to respond all your scheduled time. So because we need to, in order to get the availability of your time schedule, we need to first get the unavailable time of yours. So how we can get those times? We are just getting the time that are blocked, that are already scheduled. So first of all, again, we are going to use execute workflow trigger here because we only use this workflow whenever this calendar agent wants to. So execute workflow trigger, and then we'll click add another HTTP request here, and then we can rename it to get all calendar list. So this is the URL we are using, the calendar list, and then predefined credential type, calendar OAuth 2 API, and then this is the calendar that we are using. Okay, we are using the get method. All right, and then we are extracting the calendar IDs using this code. Basically, we can also ask GPT to generate this JavaScript code, or basically you can just copy and paste it as well. Okay, go back. Okay, so this is the node to extract calendar IDs. So you can just copy and paste this JavaScript code, or actually you can just ask GPT to generate this code as well. Great. And then we can get all events. So this is the calendar ID. And we are going to, this are the time, starting time and after time. I mean the starting time and ending period of time. For example, if I want to get the schedules for next week, I will get the starting day for next week and ending day for next week. So basically, this is the how we works for that, and it's very important to enable this single event. It's very important because when we have some recurring events, it may, if we turn it off, it may return the first event date and time of the particular recurring event. But that's not something that we want. So we need to enable the single event tool so that we can get the recurring event within the particular time frame that we want. Yeah, so it's very important. And then we need to enable return all as well. And then edit fields. Just copy and paste this menu mapping string, and then end. You can just copy and paste this as well. This one. Okay. And then try to sort it. Field name start, order ascending, format response. We choose this one. And then aggregate all item data into a single list. Put output in field response, include all fields except, and then fields to exclude, sort. Okay, last but not least, we are having the OpenAI here. The purpose for this OpenAI is to process those scheduled events and output the available time slots. So basically, let me show you here. So we need to specify the time now here. Let me show you the part here. So first of all, we collect all scheduled events and then define the user's total available time. So I specify here only weekdays from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. So, and then we will determine the open time slots by excluding those time periods occupied by scheduled events already. So basically, this is the key concept for this node. And then response and stringify the response, stringify the content here, and then return it back to this calendar agent. So that's how it works for the calendar schedule. Okay, so basically this is the Google Calendar availability workflow that is linked as a tool for this calendar agent. And we've already covered the email agent, inbox agent, calendar agent, calendar availability agent and workflow. And that's how I built this personal AI assistant for you guys. Hopefully it can enhance the productivity of your daily work. And feel free to let me know what you think about this workflow, this personal AI assistant in the comment section below. And also let me know what kind of ideas that you would like to learn. I will also produce some more content about that. So hope you enjoy this video and see you next time.